Hey everyone, welcome back. It's been a few days, but I finally returned. I didn't really catch up, but I guess now's the time to start the investigation. Our poor boy, Wolfgang, died. If there was anything I could say about that, is that I'm glad we hung out a whole bunch before he's dead. So that's good. Other than that, seems like I don't know who it is off the bat, so that should be interesting. I'm gonna have to check on the characters and the body after, so that'll be fun. Let's do that. All right, Winona.
Hello?
Winona, you're still here?
Seriously?
Is there a problem with that? Why does she need to frame everything I say in the worst light? I'm preparing to hold a one-on-one session with Ulysses. I was consulting him about something important before we were interrupted by the announcement. Is that what you were doing before the blackout?
Huh?
Repeat that.
It's simple.
The blackout. Were you still with Ulysses when it happened?
Come on.
You're not speaking any sense. There was no power outage. Man, she can't be serious. That blackout affected the entire building, unless... Let me
Anyways,
rephrase. Where were you when the murder happened?
Sheesh.
Where were you? At Cassidy's game tournament in the dining hall.
Oh, really?
Really, not what I expected.
Let me see.
Ulysses and I spent this morning by the large tree. We stayed there up to and including the time of Wolfgang's murder. Sounded like she had an alibi then. As for the location she mentioned, I assumed the entire building complex connected to one generator, but it made more sense for that tree area to have its own separate system. Hence why I didn't lose power. What about the courtyard, though? Was anyone there at the time of the blackout? Yeah, I was kind of wondering, like, where everybody was. Interesting that the blackout is only for the building. Hey, Eva! Yeah, feeling bad. Aren't you going to investigate Wolfgang? Me?
yeah.
Who else? Back when we mistook that dummy for a body, you poked it pretty nonchalantly.
Hang on.
That's different. I never thought it was real.
I see.
I see. Now that we're finally advancing in the investigation, her cool composure had all but vanished. Typical, I guess. She can only keep up an act for so long. Hey, Eva, you did good. You did it in the right moment. Ulysses, let's talk about your fun alibi.
Terrible.
The generator over there is partially submerged in the water. You're looking not well. I think it would be wise to stay on this platform. Was he worried about the water being electrified? Even I managed to stand in it way back when. I don't see why now would be any different. Then again, the generator wasn't damaged last time. Yeah, very true. Huh.
Damn.
Yeah, since Wolfgang is kneeling in the water, we should avoid touching him.
No.
You don't know that for sure if the water's unsafe.
Huh?
Listen to me.
Before you start making conclusions, you should experiment first. Hell yeah, Eva. Saying that, Eva walked over to a pile of boxes and pulled out a light bulb. Oh, I see. That's what you're doing. Sure enough, Eva went straight to the edge of the platform and threw the light bulb in the water.
Look.
See? It's not lighting up. That means the water is safe.
Well,
I see. Then I suppose it's safe to inspect Wolfgang.
Okay.
Are you going to? I think I will observe from afar instead. Now's not the time to be listening to your nerves. I like that he actually moved. Hey, Captain, my captain.
Aye.
Oi, take a whiff of the air. Ain't there something off about it? I followed his instructions and sniffed the air.
That's...
It smells like burnt rubber.
That ain't it.
'Cause of the busted generator, yeah. But that's not what I'm talking about. There's another scent, a real bitter one. You might actually be onto something. It's almost like cereal and rubbing alcohol. My favorite combination.
Bad news.
Indeed. I'm suspecting a mighty chemical reaction at work. I'm wondering. I've had my fair share of travels across the sea, and I'm no stranger to foul play. There's no stench worse than one of a disastrous combustion.
It is how it is.
Thing is, I got no idea where it's coming from. Really? The smell is supposedly that of a chemical reaction. Where else could it be coming from besides the busted generator? Unless John's conclusion about the smell is wrong, I wouldn't put it past him. Well, first of all, if I recall, the little grate over here leads right to the kitchen room. So something's up with the kitchen. Maybe they like ran some appliances. I have no idea to cause that blackout. I gotta look at this taser or these boxes. Oh no, that's a generator. Taser. Wow, a taser gun. Pretty random thing to be lying around a crime scene. It definitely wasn't in the boiler room prior to the murder either. Does that mean this taser gun was involved in the murder? No, it can't be. On closer inspection, nothing about the gun looked particularly strange. Had it even been used? I'm pretty sure taser guns dispense some kind of wire when fired. Nearby were some yellow pieces of plastic on the floor. They were the same shade of yellow as the taser gun. Had these originally been attached to it? Can't tell if they would fit the gun, where they would fit on the gun though. Never mind. What's the point in making guesses when I could just get him to confirm? After all, someone who's a pro at wielding guns should know better than anyone else. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Kai. He's an influencer and he probably looks at a lot of stuff. Ooh, what's that? All right, is that blood? Is that blood from another person, or is it my Wolfgang boy? Because Wolfgang's not bleeding. He's just drooling, maybe crying a little bit, mostly drooling. There was blood speckled across the floor. Didn't notice it at first due to the room's restricted lighting. But now, after my eyes had time to adjust, it couldn't be more obvious.
I see.
Looks like it passes into the hallway too. I completely missed these during the blackout. Speaking of, after the body discovery announcement, everyone barged into the boiler room through this door. Yet these blood spots don't look smudged. I'm guessing they're already dry, but I feel like I read this. Maybe I just forgot. It's been several days. Could this be Wolfgang's blood? Blood spots. Alright. I don't think it's Wolfgang's blood. I mean, look at him. It's looking relatively blood-free. Is that a knife? I see a knife over there. Shrapnel. What? And a cord. Alright, I'll look at the cord. Love that cord. There's a cord in the water. Judging by the length, I think it's an extension cord. Way to go, Damon. But what the hell happened to the other end of it? There was no internal plug, just frayed tip lined with black substance. Had the cord been burnt? I didn't see this cord in the boiler room earlier, so it probably came from someone's place. Oh. Okay. One of the storage rooms, maybe? Wasn't always in this condition, that's for sure. All the items we've been provided so far, light bulbs, speakers, and fridge, they work perfectly well. So what happened to this cord, and why was it even in the water? Love that extension cord. It's time to look at my most favorite thing, shrapnel. Yeah, dig through it. Chunks of something red were floating nearby the generator. I like how I put it. It almost looked like metal, or maybe plastic? Were these originally part of the generator? The colors and material don't seem to match them. Shrapnel. Red, huh? What does that make me think of? What's red? Alright, I'll look at the generator, and then I'm gonna look at my boy's body. Half of the generator's internals have melted away, and what still remained was almost completely singed. Yeah, this was definitely the cause of the power outage. What could have melted the wires, though? It looked like a bomb had gone off in there. Now that's that I think about it during the game tournament. Taking a deep breath, I steadied my grip on the controller and pushed both joysticks as hard as I could. Wait. All of a sudden, the world around me turned pitch black. I set us up. There had been a loud boom right before the blackout happened. Similar to firework going off, or someone firing a gun. Did I overhear the sound of the generator being destroyed? Nothing else near the dining hall could have made that kind of noise, I don't think. If my assumption is correct, the generator would have been destroyed around the same time the murder was committed. That's suspicious as hell. There's no way the two events aren't connected. But I'm also working purely off my memory of the boom. To be absolutely sure, I need to know when exactly the blackout occurred. Was there any way for me to find that out? I'm assuming there would be. Let's look at Wolfgang's... What? What do you mean? There's more to look at? What am I supposed to look at? A camera? No. A thingy? No. Shrapnel? No. The grate? No. Is there another thing? Unless it's like Ulysses. Or that knife. No. No? Okay. Yeah, Ulysses.
Hi.
Feeling bad? Why did you move over here? It's
the
I
struggle.
feel it is highly important we investigate anything and everything we can. That's why I moved here, to investigate. More like you didn't want to be near Wolfgang's body. Oh, you know what was first for the investigation? Something other than fear appeared on Ulysses' face. It was curiosity.
Eh?
What is it? Look at the floor in front of the door.
That's...
Oh. This, yes.
Seriously?
This is just a small piece of scrap metal.
Do you think?
Even so, it's still part of the crime scene. Is it necessary? It necessitates documentation.
That's not important.
Seriously? Something this small needs a... No, what are you talking about, Damon? Damon, what? Damon, just take what you can get and sift through it later, my dude. It could have come from the generator or the pipes above us. Ingrid could have been carrying it for all we know. That gives info. It doesn't matter. No, don't make Ulysses feel bad. This guy. There's so much he could do. What he can actually document, but instead he's focusing on some flimsy piece of metal. All the more reason to rely on myself. Yeah, we still took the truth bullet. Oh, this is a lockpick. They're lockpicking here. It's, when you're like bending your paperclip like that. I'm assuming they went to lockpick, but what? Why did they drop a lockpick? I don't know what it means. Well, now I can look at Wolfgang's body. No, I can't look at Wolfgang's body. Do I leave? No. What's that mean? Okay, wait. I know there's a button. Yeah. Enter observation mode. Pow! She's glowy. Oh, there's a blue one down. Wait, what? Am I supposed to talk to Eva again? Want to look at bodies together? The dummy didn't stink, so I knew it wasn't real. The situation we're in, it's totally different from that. It's not a stinky body, Eva says. Is there something on top? No, why won't they let me go ahead? Those monsters. You know what, Captain? Tell me something. The air smells like a mix of cereal and alcohol, suspecting it might... No idea where the smell... Well, it's... Cereal and alcohol is coming from this. Obviously, it's the kitchen. Alright. I've returned. Apparently, I just wasn't aiming properly at the knife, so I just decided to edit out a bunch of me talking to everyone a million times in a row. So we're gonna get to that knife. I don't know why it had to be so... Body... Oh, wait, why is it knife now? Did I miss knife before? Oh, whatever, it's okay. I'll probably see it in the footage later. Oh my god, a knife that I noticed the whole time? A knife! Why was a knife floating in the water? On the blade and in the surrounding water, I can make something out. Unmistakable colored blood. There's no doubt about it. This knife must have had something to do with the murder. Why the knife was here and not actually on the platform, I had no idea. Knife has been added to the truth bullet section. Your toes, you trinket. All right. I finally stopped standing there and talking to everyone all day. Feels like I've given the boiler room a good rundown, which means it's corpse time. I wish it didn't zoom in like that. Just yesterday, Wolfgang was talking with us, eating breakfast with us, standing awkwardly with no topic in mind with us. And now he's dead. Who had the resolve to commit such a needlessly brutal murder? To go so far as to mangle his body? Is he mangled? I don't feel like he's mangled. I couldn't unpack it. I didn't know how to. This wasn't just some dummy I had to investigate. This was a real person. It was so far out of my expertise, let alone my comfort zone.
Hello.
Do you want to inspect him? Ah! Why am I so shocked? Holy crap, did she really have to scare me like that? Yeah, I do want to inspect him. It's just that the idea of getting close to him...
Where?
I'll investigate with you. It'll be easier for both of us that way. Right?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Look at us go. Teamwork. Is there no music? Is it because we're looking at Wolfgang's body? Wait a second. What's going on? I guess there's no sound. That's probably normal. It's okay. You know what? Maybe it's not normal. It's probably not okay. I'm gonna go fix that now. Never mind. There's nothing to fix. There's just no sound. Wolfgang laid completely still, his face frozen in a look of horror. His once bright eyes were shrouded in darkness, and his mouth was open, as if he'd been killed mid-scream. Eva's expression said it all. Wolfgang did everything in his power to make us outcasts and make the worst of us. At times, I even hated him for it. But this brought no relief to either of us. Wolfgang, what happened in his final moments that left him so terrified? Was it the realization he was about to die? Mulling over the what-ifs won't bring me any closer to solving Wolfgang's murder. Right now, my focus should be to find evidence, and that begins by investigating his body. Now the music starts. It was kind of weird that it just was not there while I was searching. Wolfgang's face. Wolfgang's hand. Wolfgang's hand. Wolfgang's body. His face. Blazer. Can I look at his blazer? Oh, his blazer. The knife. And the shrapnel. Is there anything else around? No. Wait. Taser's there. And the generator. Well, let's look at the hand first. Nice hand. With the way Wolfgang was slumped over the platform, it almost looked like he had fallen on top of it.
Focus.
Let me see if his palms are scratched. I knelt down to take a closer look. Trickling out from under the cuff of Wolfgang's sleeve and onto the rest of his hand. Strange injury that looked like a tree sapling. Okay, he was electrocuted. Was this a burn mark? When I looked at Wolfgang's other hand, I saw the same thing. Markings that seemed to extend down his arm.
The hell?
Eva, look at this.
Hello.
Let me see. Yeah, burn marks. That's really horrible. They look like gross little veins. What inflicted them?
That's...
There's a taser a little ways off from where we're standing, but I couldn't find anything to indicate it's been fired. So there's only one other thing I can think of, is the generator.
Is that really true?
Why the generator?
I know.
The thing has clearly been destroyed by something. Maybe Wolfgang got caught in that something, and that's how he died.
Not sure.
Not sure. The generator seemed too far away from where Wolfgang is lying to cause burns like these.
Look at this.
Plus, the room's water isn't conductive, so electricity couldn't have traveled through it.
Right.
You're right. Anything able to melt the generator's wires would have burned his suit to a crisp, too. Exactly.
Thinking.
I think Wolfgang received these burns outside the boiler room. There's just nothing here that I could leave these markings. As for the actual place he got burned, I guess we'll have to try and find it ourselves. That is, if such a place even exists. What if the killer took the body part with them? Probably not. While it's possible the generator may not have been involved in the murder, it seemed unlikely that Wolfgang made a detour for the boiler room after being severely burned. After all, burns like this would definitely paralyze someone. The burn marks! As for Wolfgang's palms, they didn't have any markings on them. Still, he must have fallen somehow. Why else would he be lying on the platform? Maybe he crawled onto it, you know? I'm gonna look at your blazer. Nice clothes, man. Wolfgang's suit was completely crumpled, a far cry from its once clean appearance. Water had seeped into the pants, completely ruining the fabric. Aw, man. Eh? As I leaned in closer, I spotted a folded piece of paper sticking out from his back pocket. Though it was soaked, it wasn't completely destroyed. I really don't want to touch him. With my thumb and index finger, I snatched the paper out of his pocket, taking care not to brush my hand against his body. I gingerly pulled open the paper, aware that some of the wetter spots could fall apart immediately, and found a message written inside. That's some very ugly handwriting. Oh, wrecked. Do you recognize it?
No.
Wait. Signature. Whoever wrote this probably used a low-quality pen, although at the bottom of the page, fragments of the message were still visible. Secret 815, boiler room, close the door. Doesn't this read a lot like a command? Seems like someone wanted to arrange a private meeting with him there.
I see.
Could that person be the culprit?
Not sure.
8:15 a.m. That's a long time before the time of death, though. Maybe there was a struggle, or maybe Wolfgang arrived late.
There must be something.
Either way, this message is definitely a valuable clue. It's our only insight into Wolfgang's movements before his death.
Well,
Now I really want to know where everyone was at the time. I woke up at 8:30 this morning, so I was asleep when this meeting was scheduled to happen. It's only 35 minutes before the tomb. Cassidy, Jet, Mark, and I would have already been there in the dining hall.
Right.
Right. Setting up equipment.
That's...
As for the other students, directly asking them where they were at 8:15 a.m. might be risky.
where?
Because they would wonder where we got the time from. Exactly. And I'd prefer to keep this note between the two of us. At least, for now. Suspicious note. Okay. Bad handwriting. That's not... Report card. Okay. Let's see. That's not bad. Oh, Desmond. Desmond. Oh no, Desmond. Oh, Desmond. This is not good. You have a terrible signature. If I didn't know your name was Desmond, this would not look like a solid Desmond. Alright. My number one.
Anyways.
Number one person right now is Desmond. Anyway, what's this thing about a secret? What do you think that means?
Gah.
Well, I'm not really sure. It could be referring to anything. Anything. Huh? You know what it means?
I know.
I have an idea. The author of this letter might be talking about Wolfgang's blackmail.
Huh.
Huh? If they claimed to have it, they could have baited him here without much issue. After all, Wolfgang asked us to meet a person whose blackmail we had.
Strange.
A derelict boiler room is a pretty ominous place to meet someone, though. It would have been Wolfgang's first time here, too, assuming he didn't explore the floor beforehand.
What could it be?
Either he didn't see the super obvious danger in meeting here alone, or he did realize and just didn't care.
Right.
Right. Does that change anything about what I said? Well, duh. If Wolfgang knew the warning signs, his reason for coming might have less to do with integrity
You see?
and more to do with desperation. Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, what are you doing? Why is Damon like this? He's just like, What do you mean the context changes how he came here? I mean, he could have brought a weapon, he could have not brought a weapon, maybe he was dumb, or maybe he was ready to kill too.
Huh?
Desperation. To know the details of his blackmail.
I see.
It would stand to reason. Ugh, if only Wolfgang had hidden his note somewhere safe instead of bringing it here. It would have been valuable evidence. I doubt he could have envisioned something like this happening. He was never really on his guard during this killing game, except around you and me, I guess. Yeah, I still thought his plan was very bad. I was like, yeah, I like your very positive outlook, but so far you've made some pretty easy to get ourselves killed situations. There didn't seem to be any strange markings on Wolfgang's face. However, along the back of his neck was a massive bruise. Oh. That looks like a really bad injury. Almost his entire neck is discolored. Oh, he got hit.
Damn.
Right. How did he get this on the back of his neck? Nothing around us seems to have left it. This might sound morbid, but it would sign his body decomposed.
That's...
Can a body decompose this fast? It could, or it could not. Probably depends on the environment. As in the temperature?
Correct.
Correct. Cold places are generally better at preserving things than warm, humid areas like this boiler.
Thinking.
Kind of like dairy products. That's a good comparison. A tone-deaf one, but sure. Wolfgang didn't have this bruise yesterday at the very least. If he did, it would have been super noticeable.
fair.
Yeah, true. Turning my attention back to Wolfgang, I caught something else on his body. Near the mark on his neck, but not nearly overlapping it. A red dot. It's a vampire. Was he, tranquilized? Is that a beauty mark? Doesn't look like it. The skin around the dot seems to be inflamed. It reminds me of a popped pimple. Sort of wound you could easily inflict on yourself.
So...
Then you don't think it was related to the murder? It might not be, but
There must be
judging
something.
by the lack of scabbing, this is inflicted pretty recently, so we might as well keep it in mind. Wolfgang's neck. Yeah, just watch. Wait, I can move around, Wolfgang. I guess there's like the shrapnel. Oh no. Oh, body. I didn't even look at his body. Now that I think about it, the place where Wolfgang laid was odd. What were the chances he would end up here between the only opening on the fence? The one spot where he could kneel over like this. Was it possible he was trying to climb into the platform before he died? It's strange why he didn't use the stairs, though, and even stranger that he was even in the water. That seemed to be everything I could gather. The investigation's over.
Hello.
Hey, Damon. Since we've inspected the boiler room, we should find the students who left and ask them for their
Right.
testimonies. They went upstairs to investigate Wolfgang's dorm, right? Yes, because of what I said earlier. The victim's last known whereabouts are the best places to search for
Okay.
clues. All right, let's see what they've been up to. Apart from collecting testimonies, there were two other matters on my mind. One, getting Desmond to inspect the taser gun, who I think is the killer. And two, pinpointing exactly when the blackout occurred in case it happened at the time of the murder. I walked over to the boiler room, which had been left slightly ajar. Hello. I had to edit stuff out because the audio got weird and I also got stuck in a bug. I tried, I went through a bit of this text, and as I was leaving the boiler room, I just kind of got trapped in the boiler room. Nothing responded after. So I just had to, do some editing magic. All right, I'm getting back to it. But as I began to pull it the rest of the way open, I noticed it. The doorknob, something about it looked different. Oh, I like how the music starts up. Hey, Eva. The doorknob, I think it's been flipped. Flipped? Are you sure? Take a look for yourself. The first time we woke up here, I'm pretty sure this lock was on the inside, not the outside.
Is that really true?
How would someone be able to flip a doorknob, though?
That's...
By unscrewing it, probably. Okay. Why didn't you say something earlier?
Huh?
What do you mean? This is the first time I noticed it.
Is that really true?
Really? You didn't notice it back when you entered the boiler room with Kai? No, not even then. It might have been because of the darkness, or my own nerves. No, it's 100% probably the darkness. It's not like the boiler room was locked. You turned the knob and it was dark. But back then I wasn't paying attention to small details like the doorknob. All I wanted to do was enter the boiler room.
Anyways.
I know that makes me sound stupid. What? Damon, of all the things you've said throughout this entire game, this is one of the last things that made you sound stupid.
Listen to me.
It's okay. Yeah. I mean, I probably would have noticed the doorknob had it been there. That's besides the point. And, thanks, Eva. Alright. Anyway, the discovery paints an interesting picture. Since the lock was now accessible from the hallway, you could technically lock the boiler room shut without ever stepping foot in it. That if you wanted to lock someone inside the boiler room. Meaning that if you wanted to lock someone inside the boiler room, all you have to do is lure them in and close the door behind them. Sorry for the little edit. I got a call real quick, and I had to, get that out of the way. I'm getting a lot of interruptions this time around, but I don't want to stop, so I'm just going to keep going until this investigation's over. All you have to do is lure them in and close the door behind them. Boiler room doorknob. Yeah, it feels like the bobby pin now is to get out. And was he trying to do it from the other side?
Moving on.
Come on, we need to collect people's testimonies before the investigation ends, right? Let's go. Okay, last time it froze here, like when I decided to exit out of that view. No, I can't do a thing where I go to people. Nope. All right, I gotta get out. Are you sure you want to leave? Yeah? Oh my god, I left. Last time the UI left, but I just stayed looking at Wolfgang the entire time. As a million questions rattled away in my mind, I followed Eva out of the boiler room. Actually, Eva, before we go upstairs, it's probably worth checking out the storage closets first. Why?
I know.
I found something in the boiler room that might be related to them. Judging by the length, I think it's an extension cord. But what the hell happened to the other end of it? There was no internal plug, just a frayed tip line with a black substance. Had the internal end been severed off and the cord burnt after? I didn't see this cord in the boiler room earlier, so it probably came from someplace else, one of the storage rooms maybe. Yeah, we know where an extension cord can come from. We should confirm it if it did indeed come from a storage closet. Okay.
However...
But first, I want to talk to Cassidy.
Come again?
You want to talk to her? Yes, I want to talk to her. Is that bad? Yes. She wasn't much help last investigation. Well, any help is better than no help. Ah, Eva, look at you go.
Fair.
Yeah, Damon. You know how that works. You know what fair is. You're a debater. All right, I'll talk to Cassidy first, then I'll investigate storage closets on this floor. Whew. All right, Cassidy, here we go. Oh, I'm so close. What's up? Cassidy was pacing around the hallway with a finger on her chin, seemingly doing nothing.
Yo!
Oh, hey guys. Sorry for not noticing you sooner. I was performing a super sweep down of this here hallway. It's a lot of words for wandering around aimlessly.
Listen to me.
Savage. Can you put your sweep down on hold? I have a really important question.
Okay.
Let's hear it. Just don't drag it on too long. I gotta finish my sweep down before time's up.
You see?
Do you remember who attended the tournament? The game tournament? Huh. Everyone who was slated to join kept their word, so we had a full house.
What about...
There were 8 people in total. Jet, Mark, Grace, Jean, Kai, and the 3 of us.
Huh?
I think it's one of us 8. It's Desmond. I think it's Desmond. He's got a ugly handwriting. Yeah, that's it. He's got ugly handwriting, but it would be interesting for the fact that he is the one who killed our boy, and Eva has his cool blackmail. Well, since the murder happened in the boiler room,
Well?
wouldn't that mean everyone in the dining hall has an alibi?
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that. She's totally... Why didn't I think of that? Also, since we split into pairs while investigating those rooms down the hall, every pairing can vouch for each other.
Right.
Right. We all split up. What were the groups again?
Yep.
Jet and I explored Storage Closet B.
Eh?
Storage Closet B.
Check it out.
That's what it's called on the map. Does she mean the map of Tozer Trinket? I activated my trinket, and sure enough, see, Storage Closet B. There's also Storage Closet A, Closet C, and Closet D. Those are definitely the rooms we explored.
I see.
In that case, Kai and I must have explored Closet C. I remember it clearly. 2 of us checked the closet above and opposite to the one Cassie searched. According to this map, the only closet to fit those perimeters is Storage Closet C.
Correct.
Grace and I investigated the closet directly next to Damon, so we must have been inside Storage Closet A.
Yeah.
Which leaves Mark and Jean with Storage Closet D. Yeah, that makes sense. Storage closet's been added to the bullet section. You know, Damo, since you're here, I like Damo.
Question.
What's the deal with you and the boiler room?
Huh?
What? When Kai told us party peeps about Wolfie, he said you 2 went inside the boiler room. Yeah.
How?
The heck did you do that for? You were supposed to check out the storage closet.
No.
You're not casting suspicion on me, are you? Me? No way. As far as Cass is concerned, everyone is innocent until proven otherwise. I investigated the storage closet with Kai, but we just didn't find anything inside.
Anyway.
Although we did hear someone run down the hallway.
Am I hearing you right?
For real? Yeah. It's the reason why we went out. We have a way to prove our innocence. What's the plan now? Just go back outside. Let's check out. Blah, blah, blah. Pat, pat, pat. Lots of feet. Or 1 foot. I heard frantic footsteps echoing from the hallway outside.
Doubt it.
Yo, do you think they... Oh, man, I don't know. Oh, I'll see. Weird. I don't remember any footsteps.
It's the truth.
I do.
Really?
Meh? Eva, did you really? I heard them while Grace and I were investigating the storage room next to yours.
However...
I just brushed it off as my imagination, though. I guess me and Jet must have been talking over them. Were those footsteps the reason you entered the boiler room, Damo? It's Damon. And yeah, Damo is cool. Take it, Damon. You were bargain bin before. They came from the direction of that room, and I wanted to see what the person was running from.
For real?
Phooey, really? I would have just chased after the footsteps. I mean, entering the boiler room after something like that? You weren't scared of a murder if scared a murder was hiding inside? What I actually discovered wasn't much better. True. Then whose footsteps could those have been? I don't know why anyone would want to be running around those spooky hallways, let alone in the dark.
What about...
Unless, maybe they were also looking for a backup generator?
That's not important.
I doubt it's that innocent. Wait, tell her, Damon. Considering the place this person ran away from is the crime scene, those footsteps were probably the killers. Sorry, Cassidy. Debated. You mean fresh off committing the murder?
Right.
Fresh off the murder or a bit after. Depends what time we went downstairs. Either way, whether it was immediately after the murder or not. For a brief moment, the only thing separating us from Wolfgang's killer were the storage room walls. That's creepy to think about. That is pretty creepy. Thus, bit by bit, the mystery slowly unravels.
My genius is almost frightening.
No need to thank me. 'Tis all in a day's work. She didn't even do anything. Oh, I'm super close. I forgot about that. Actually, I thought... no, that's not what I wanted to do. I gotta stop doing that. So I'm thinking I will probably take a break here. I've just been getting a lot of interruptions, and I'm just gonna settle that a bit. But once I'm kind of done there again, I'm gonna return and finish it up. I'll try to upload this same day, and I'll try to get the second part same day as well, just because I want to finish chapter 1. I really want to know how this goes. I'm keeping in mind many things. But yeah, I just want to be like in a less distracted headspace. That way I can read a little better and just like focus on that and not feel like I have to edit out being lost 20 times. But yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, this is good. No, it's bad. Wolfgang's dead. That's bad. But what's good is that we're investigating pretty well. I guess that's it. That's the only good thing. Goodbye.